Awesome. All right, so ready for more chaos and destruction?
I certainly am.
Sweet. All right, so what are we looking at here? Those. Whew. Oh, sorry. Long day. I just want to double check something real quick here. Just gotta remember NVR change. Change. Right, perfect. All right, well, wind. No, cool. Seems to be the standard.
I think it's my turn, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, like as soon as I wrote that, I was like, wait a minute. No, it is your turn. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Let's see. So no change. I don't know why I rolled the single die.
All right. So what do we got here?
Sorry, I have about 1 billion Shadowrun PDFs open here. I gotta close them up.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just checking it, all the stuff I can or want to do, and so on. Right, I gotta get my cloaking board up. There we go.
I don't think I actually have any rallying to do.
Not sure. Hold on. Let's see. The only thing you can do is in your pillbox. Aside from like deploying, maybe, but that's about it. Oops.
Oh, yeah, repair it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, my repair number is a 2, so let's see if I manage to destroy it. Yes, I do.
All right, you're not allowed to jinx yourself.
Can I just delete it?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to put it with your dead units, delete it, whatever. As long as we both know that it's gone. That's all that matters.
Well, poop. That's an excellent start.
Well, you get the high numbers out of the way first, and then it balances out. Law of averages and all that.
Yeah, with my luck, it's going to be taking average of the entirety of all of these scenarios.
Just means
okay,
that you're gonna have some sick snake eyes later on.
Yeah, let's hope. I think that's it for my rally phase. So
Okay, I got nothing, so I'm just gonna take off my DM on F8. Actually, also this is bugging me, so I'm just gonna delete that line. Do not need to know where I started anymore.
okay. Prep fire, we. Oh yeah. Remind me, when do I roll to see if I can start moving? That's in the movement phase. Yeah.
No move. Here.
I got off a star shell last turn, correct?
Each on-board unit may attempt to move, advance only if it has either been attacked by the enemy by other than OBA sniper or has seen a known enemy unit at some time during that scenario.
It happens in the movement phase, though.
Yeah. If currently, yeah, can only be made once during a friendly move phase. Also, I gotta put a gun flash counter because for whatever reason the game is not want to make note of it. But where's the? There we go. There.
Right, because the melee going on.
Yeah, melee apparently is makes it an illuminated location.
Okay, well, my leader is going to attempt to fire a star shell.
Okay.
So, usage die roll. Success!
Nice.
So, I was firing a star shell from G2 into, what is that? H10.
Okay. So is it usage 1, 2, or 3?
In this case, it is usage 2 because I have line of sight to you.
Okay.
And you are known, correct?
Yep.
So I'm going to make a random direction die roll with the extent of error halved. So direction 3, so that's toward there, halved.
rounded up, so 2.
F9.
Yeah.
And I think LOS exists.
Even you wouldn't, but even if you didn't, you would technically be able to place it there anyways. I think the really what it's trying to say is that when you're, because you have to declare it first, right? So I think what it's trying to say is that to declare option 2, you have to have LOS to your destination. The randomness of the final placement doesn't, I don't believe, factors into the LOS check there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? No, yeah, I was misreading that. I thought it was I was going to the actual final place, but no, I don't. Okay, so
Because even if you didn't, like, the thing is, like, method 3 then says, okay, well, you can place it 3 hexes, which it is, and then you make a random direction, but you wouldn't make 2. So, but yeah, so yeah, F9. That's where the star shell goes.
the leader there, which is K2, K2, will fire a star shell using method 1 or attempt to.
Okay.
Successfully. And it goes good. I believe I did that correctly.
For method 1, yeah.
Did we? I don't remember. Did we determine whether it took the place of prep fire or if it was actually in addition to?
I think it's an addition to, because it's happens first. Star shells may be fired in either the prep fire phase or defensive fire phase. In the allowable phase, 1 attempt to fire a star shell may be made per hex. And it does not say that it marks them with a prep fire, so I would imagine that it does not. Let's see if there's any
Okay.
Q&A here.
01 will fire using method 1, hopefully. So we'll see if we get the usage off. No.
He wouldn't be able to anyways because he's inside a pillbox.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. It's still growing pains through night scenarios.
All the special cases. Well, then E1 will. No, they're in a pillbox as well.
Just think, by the time we get to 7 June 1944 or 6 June, we're going to be so ready for night rules.
We'll have just forgotten them all. All right. M1 will attempt. They are not in a pillbox.
Okay.
And succeed. That was method 1 again, so direction 6. Well, could be worse. Well, that is quite illuminated over there now, isn't it?
Yeah, no kidding. Just gonna check to see if shooting a star shell is a concealment loss action.
Nobody that has fired has been concealed.
Oh, sorry. I thought the N1 guys were concealed. My bad.
Nope, they just can't move.
Oh wait, no, yeah, we did check that last time. Yeah, counts as any other action. All right.
Sorry, just cleaning up some stuff on my end.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, actual prep fire now. O1 will fire at 09.
Okay.
So that's 7 halved, I believe.
Yeah. So it's a two. It's just a flat two.
Ugh.
Jesus. That's both your machine guns too. That's yeah.
Well,
Chinese just didn't have a grasp on Russian technology at the time.
well, the Russians just sold them the factory seconds.
Someone swapped the for repair and for sale tags.
Apparently. The units in M1
Mm-hmm.
will fire on L10.
So doubled halved, four up, up. Actually, I think I said up one last time, but or I said flat last time, but I think there's a +1 for night hindrance. I'm just not sure if that applies in an illuminated area. Let's see here. Because there's the woods, which will give him +1 for sure. LV.
Night rules remain in effect in an illuminated location.
Oh, okay. That seems a little strange, but
With the exception of cloaking being lost more readily.
right.
So it works out to what, plus?
Four. It's a 4 up 2. Yeah. Right, that one had me worried. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, with pillboxes, if you're being attacked from the rear, you don't get the defensive bonus.
No, you do. So the way the pillbox works is, if I understand it correctly, the 1+3+5 is one squad, +3 TEM in the covered arc, so where the red arrow is pointing, and then +5 everywhere else.
All right.
I think the only exception is aerial, maybe, but that won't come up.
Yeah, when we get to Ebon and Mile, we can talk about that.
Well, it'll be more for OBA, so if like artillery when that comes into play, but
Ah, yeah, yeah.
or I guess like bombers really, but whatever.
Sorry, I have to refamiliarize myself with who I've got.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. J1 will fire at J10.
Okay.
So I think it's the same deal. 4 at a +1 or
Uh,
+2.
yeah, 4 up 2.
Okay. All right. Prep fire's over. Movement. Fun. All right. Let's see if my leader can make his ELR roll, which I believe is 1 currently.
For movements. So it's 3, I believe. In the PDF, it says which one is it? Number 6. So for freedom of movement purposes only, the Chinese are considered to have an ELR of 3, which would be your normal.
All right. Yeah. No, it's a 1 for everything else. I don't remember they had a 3 for that. No. Not sure why I'm surprised, really. So I'm reading, I'm looking at the various things here. I think anybody that has line of sight to a known enemy unit gets freedom of movement.
So it's may attempt.
To move.
Yeah. So essentially, everybody that would not have shot, um, they should be able to roll for freedom of movement, because I believe the restriction for the leader is specifically like that guy, regardless of um, if they can see anybody or not. As soon as an attack resolves or there's a successful or unsuccessful ambush, then he can start rolling to get to do stuff. But anybody else technically can roll provided they've seen people. So like your guy in your pillbox E1, technically your guy in N10, those guys, if they've seen people, they can roll in the same way as the leader did. I love how there's a note that says making a freedom of movement DR is not a concealment loss activity. Also, a no move counter cannot be removed due to being fired on by a friendly unit or fire for effect.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I am reading the sentence that says this freedom of movement DR can be made only once per friendly MPH to refer to the uh, the leader role and not individual unit roles.
Yes.
Jive with what you're seeing.
Yeah, that's how I would read it. Because, yeah, because it seems weird that units would just, like, sit tight and not do anything. Like, the way I envision it is like your leader wakes up and now he's, like, going around to everybody's bunk beds and being like, you idiots, like, we need to move.
And this is, I'm sorry, I'm digging into this, but here's a question. Do I actually have to move to make the roll?
No, I think it's just declaring. Okay, so let me see here, because there's a chart that's with the Pegasus Bridge stuff. And it says freedom of movement gained if LOS to known enemy unit, attacked by enemy, stacked with good order, SMC with freedom of movement, or best leader if dice roll is less than movement phase. So the way that chart is telling me is that you don't need to roll. The roll is specifically for the leader to
Okay,
gain
yeah.
freedom of
So
movement.
anybody that has LOS to a known enemy unit is just automatically free.
Correct. So we can take this off. We can take, and anybody who's been shot at as well, technically. So we'll take no move off that guy. This guy has a no move taken off.
Well, he hasn't actually seen anybody yet.
The guy in M1.
Or I guess he's technically seen the melee. I don't know. That's
Well, yeah, he would be able to see it because the woods don't block the hex side.
yeah. No, I'm just I'm only thinking like, and the guys in the pillbox, I don't think have actually seen. Did they see anybody? They just they've just been firing at concealed, I think.
Yeah, maybe give it back for that guy. Otherwise,
The guys over here,
uh,
there was that next to them.
yes,
If that counts.
they should have lost it, I believe. As well, because there's illumination, so these guys can technically see into there. These guys as well. So, drop the no moves off them. Technically, we can also do LOS checks. So, LOS checks for that are free. That is a good. That's a good one. So that one drops. this one definitely sees. Set no move comes off. I think this one would come off because technically you should be able to see there. Is that the hex side or is that something else? Yeah, it's the vertex. That's fine. Who else could have seen somebody? This guy can. M2.
Okay.
So this guy can see the broken unit, which is a known enemy unit.
Okay, fair enough.
Because it only crosses the D1 vertex. So it's. I don't believe walls block line of sight in that instance. M2 can see because he's got line of sight to the melee. I think that might be it. This guy can't see the melee. And this last guy. No, this guy in H3 clips the building here. So he can't see anybody. Otherwise, I think that's all of them. Except maybe... that looks like it clips. Yeah, I think that clips.
So invisible line of sight is for me to check like hidden units or things like that, right?
I'm sorry, what?
Or silent LOS.
So it's free LOS checks, right? So technically,
Yeah, but I don't want to give away unit positions for hidden units. That's what I'm.
I think it's well. So the problem is I believe you'd have to. I think they would have to become visible, because you'd have to. I guess you're not removing eye concealment.
These are hip units, so.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I'll say that's fine. Because it's not like you're stripping me of concealment, so you don't have to prove that whatever unit exists in whatever hex doesn't exist. You're basically just saying like, you're saying to yourself like, oh yeah, that guy is gonna drop no move because he can see X squad in Y position.
Yeah, I'm just gonna strip it off myself. So okay.
Yep, that's fine.
Oh, well, that's annoying. Okay, all right, I'm finished. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries.
Done. It's over to you.
Okay. Defensive from a phase. What would I like to do?
Oh, you know what? Does the heavy mist have any effect? Oh no, that's later on.
Yeah.
Just...
So heavy mist is like a +2 hindrance, and miss is I think a +1.
EC.
Is there anybody I would like to fire with? Nope. Advanced fire phase.
No, I think everybody that's gonna fire has fired.
Okay. Routes. The only broken guy is one that doesn't have DM, so I don't have to route him. Yeah. And I do not wish to break anybody.
Same for me.
Advances.
Does movement lose concealment?
Not if you're advancing, but I think it depends on like one or two things. Like if you advance into open ground, I believe you lose it, but that's like the only. It's kind of the only case. Try to see here. Chart. Yeah, case B, if it advances into an open ground hex.
They will advance there.
Okay.
They will advance there. Okay, I'm complete.
Was the entire stack in K2 supposed to be concealed?
I don't know. There was a concealment marker at the bottom of the stack.
Yeah, because if you sometimes when you drag a stack over and and you like replace a concealment counter, it'll conceal everything below it. So just if you had guys revealed in there, they're not gonna regain concealment.
I think
All right. That's it.
That's it. Now comes the fun, bloody part.
Yeah. All right. So CC. I'm actually gonna try something different, and I'm gonna go with a capture attempt. Unless, let me just double check because I forget if I'm allowed to capture. Perfect. I believe I am.
You get double CVP for them, so yeah, that would be.
Yeah, but I also, because those guys are conscripts, they're considered inexperienced, which means I get a -1 uh, against them.
So that cancels, right?
Cancels what?
So the -1 for conscripts cancels out the +1 for capture.
No, I think it's a straight -1. Like I don't think they're additive to each other. Yeah. So A20.22, it's the +1 DRM for a capture attempt is instead a -1 versus inexperienced personnel.
Okay.
Since it's your turn, you get to roll first, and then I get to roll. We're both on 1-1, so the odds are. Where's my thing here?
Do you get to pick hand-to-hand or not?
Well, so as soon as hand to hand is declared, it stays.
Okay. No, I'm just checking. All right. So we're at a 7. I'm at a 7 or less.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm at.
That's a 7. It's a 1-1.
Yeah, no, I was looking to see if I had any mods to the die roll.
Oh, gotcha.
Don't think I do.
No, I don't know of any.
Yeah. So just flat. 7.
Yeah, 8.
Oh, 8. Damn it.
Which captured. Hooray. Um. Okay, so I always forget how to do this properly here. Let's. Okay, I can't just replace them. Cool. Just gonna up unit, infantry, prisoners. There. I'm just gonna label these guys captured by squad A. A. Perfect. So if I'm gonna have the prisoners underneath my squad just so that it's less confusing, so you actually know what you're shooting at and stuff. And the reason you just need to put the capture squad somewhere that you'll remember, because if that squad ever dies, those guys have a chance of coming back and raising hell. The melee goes away and the gun flash goes away. Oh, I also... Can I deploy automatically? A20.5. An unbroken guard squad can deploy automatically regardless of nationality or leader requirements. Sweet. Perfect. So my full squad turns into 2 half squads and stays like that. And there's no other CC. So, end of turn, and the star shells go away. Take off moves. Perfect. Axes, turn 3. Weather dice, no change. Rally. The only rally option I have is my guy in E8, or sorry, F8. So there's a -1 for being in woods, but +1 for being or for attempting to self rally. Sweet. That guy makes it. And that's it for my rally phase.
Oh, I gotta. I can't repair. It's only on my turn for that, right?
No, you're allowed to repair any rally phase.
Well, let's give that a shot then. 01 will attempt to repair and fail.
All right, so prep fire.
Else, yeah.
Do I want to prep fire anybody? Yeah, it's just dumb enough. My non-guarding squad, half squad, is going to prep fire at the guy next to him. So it's a 2 up 2. Sorry, 2 up 3. FT? No. Prep fire. Other than that, that's it. Moving phase. First things first, I'm going to have my squad with the prisoners. They are going to move. Wait, just. They technically are in an illuminated location. I just want to double check to make sure I don't have to do straying.
Yeah, you're not illuminated as far as I know, so.
Well, there is the. Oh, right, gun flash does not count as illumination. Alright, so they're going to roll. They do not stray. So I will move 1 down to K10.
I can't actually see you from as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. They will continue to K9 for 2, then into K8 for 3, and they'll just stop there. Cloaking. I'm going to have my F cloaking counter is going to assault move into M10.
Now, question: what's the impact of me having first fired at something?
So after your first fire, you can only shoot at closer and or adjacent targets in a final fire attempt. And depending on how close they are, it becomes a final protective fire, which acts as a morale check against you. But you have to do first, then final, then protective.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so F assault move, so he's gonna stay there. Um, it's in- um, cloaking counter K. Oh, also has to roll for straight. Did I roll straight for F?
No.
Okay, he doesn't. Um, K is just gonna assault move into L1.
The first line infantry will fire.
Okay. Oh, in the building? Uh, they can't see him, right? Because they're in an illuminated zone.
Yes, never mind. Sorry. Yep. No, that's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna have one concealed stack or group is going to assault move into N2.
Uh. I believe I'm unconcealed if I fire at you.
Yes.
I will.
Okay.
So 3 doubled.
Halved. And then
So
+2 for the building.
2 up 2.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Right.
Sorry, just throwing that a little bit.
Yeah, no worries. Cloaking counter L for straight does not. It's gonna move to P9 for 1. P10 for 2. Or sorry, 3. And then
Okay.
continue into P1 for 4.
Alrighty.
Cloak counter C is also going to roll for stray. Does not. They will. They'll move to N8 for 1.
What did I say? It was NVR2 for
Yeah.
some reason?
NVR2. Because it's scattered clouds, so it's a
Right,
minus
yeah.
1.
There's some reason for it. Okay, go ahead.
They will continue to M9 for 3.
Yeah, we will open up on them.
Okay.
it is halved for the cloaking.
Non-assault movement, so there's a -1 and +1 for the knight, the LV hindrance. So it's a flat, whatever the half is. Oh, if you're shooting from M1, there's also a +1 hindrance from the
brush.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's going to be a 1.5, 2.5, so 2 up 1.
Yeah. Right. He will continue into L9 for 5.
Ah, okay. So pay attention to when you roll doubles on your straying dice, because we got to take into account jitter fire now that we've got gun flashes floating around.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me see here. Did I have... I think I had 1.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I missed it
Okay.
before, so it's all right.
Okay.
Remember it going forward.
And lastly, he's going to end up in K10 for 6.
Okay. I gotta say, I think that is entirely too fast for night movement, but that's just me.
So cloaking allows you to move at 6.
No,
Which-
I understand. I'm just saying. I think for
Yeah.
night purposes, I think that is like super fast.
Yeah. Cloak encounter I is going to roll for straying, does not. Into P9 for 1.
Okay.
P10 for 3.
All right.
And goes to P1 for 4. The concealed counter there is going to... they are going to normal move into O3.
Okay. I don't think I have line of sight from anywhere. So
Continue into N3. And then they shall continue to M4. And they will stay there.
alrighty.
Cloak encounter R is going to move into O1.
Can I fire at them?
I don't believe you can, because in Hex, like, you wouldn't be able to see, but might as well check the rules on that. Pillbox. LOS from inside a pillbox may be traced only within its covered arc. Fire from inside a pillbox into its own hex is limited to CC or smoke grenade placement or a thrown DC, or to vertices of its covered arc. point blank fire versus units currently crossing its covered arc hex side. So, no.
That's cheeky.
Yeah, it's one of those like those. They're locked in a concrete box. So
Yeah, no, I know what's going on with it. It's just it's hilarious.
Now I forget if that's a lost concealment action. I assume it is.
Well, I can't see you. You're not in my covered arc, so.
Technically, yeah.
Though the guys in M1 can see you, I believe.
M1 can, yeah, but they can't shoot because they shot at a.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying, but I mean for purposes of that, like I
Yeah.
believe if you move again out of there, then I can get this cloak. Because I think that would be loss of concealment, yeah, unless you moved it maybe into the building. I don't know. But then if you're in the building, then I have line of sight from other places because you're in an illuminated location. So I don't know how that would work.
Right. No, I think I just stays there. Who else do I want to move? That blocks view. My squad in F8 is going to attempt to move. They do not stray. They will move to E8 for 2.
All right.
Continue to D8 for 3. And
okay.
End in D9 for 4.
All right.
I'm going to have one concealed stack assault move into D10. Oh, sorry. Jitterfire.
Oh yeah.
Jitterfire.
E-155. Jitterfire cannot occur in a scenario until at least one gun flash has been placed. Thereafter, whenever a unit or stack makes a straying DR that results in doubles, Jitterfire can occur as follows. Doubles DR was what, a 10?
Yeah, so move units, Jitterfires, unless cloaked or stealthy. They're stealthy, so.
Yeah, and cloaked. Or no, they're concealed, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just concealed.
So
Alright.
poo, no Jitterfire.
So they assault move successfully to D10. This cloaking unit does not stray. they will move 1 into B10,
Okay.
2 into C10, continue into D10 for 3.
We're gonna fire on you.
Okay.
So that is 6.
So 3. So it's a 2 plus 1 for night vision. Plus 1 for night vision, plus 3 if you include the wall, which is a plus 2. Non-assault movement and open ground, so it's a flat. It's a final plus 1. So 2 up 1. Ooh, that's a
Which is normal morale check.
normal morale. Nice. This cloaking unit comes onto play. Drop their concealment and morale check. They break.
So that only affects the moving unit, not the other units in the hex.
No, you'd have to. The only way for it to affect everyone is if it's the defensive fire after moves. This guy is going to. He does not stray. And he's going to move into D9 for 1. And then continue into. Dangerous. He will continue into D8 for 2. And can I... Just want to see if I can... Okay, no, I cannot. That sucks. Alright, so he's going to effectively stay there. That's 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Ah, cool. So he will continue into D7 for 3.
Alright.
And is there anybody else I want to move? Nope, that's it for moves. Defensive fire.
We. First line in K2 will fire at Cloak K in L1.
Okay. So it's just 2 up 1.
Do, 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 do. Units in the foxhole J1 will fire at J10.
Okay. So 4 up 2.
And break their
Jesus.
ba, 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 ba. G2 will fire on H10.
Okay.
The leader will direct.
Yeah, so it's just a flat 2.
And that's it.
Cool. Advancing fire. Do I have anybody that can? No. No. No advancing fire. Take off moves, take off preps, take off defensive. Routing, I have 1 broken unit. He's the only one that can route. I have an option between these 2 hexes. Because F8 is, it's 4 to get into. But getting into, what is that, D6 is also 4 to get into. So I will have him route into D6.
It's not 2 for the woods?
It's 1 because they're partisans.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and that's it for routes. Advances. Alright, this is where it's going to start getting a little crazy here.
It's time for a lot of CC.
I think it might be, or at least, tease you a little bit about it. Both cloaking here in P1 will advance into O2.
Oh.
Cloaking counter F is going to advance into N10.
Okay.
Cloaking counter D is going to move into the foxhole.
All right. Are you waiting for me to decide something?
No, I'm mentally trying to figure something out here. This guy in D9 is going to advance into the foxhole. That is still not concealed. Cloak encounter C is going to advance into L10.
Yep.
Squad A is going to advance into L7. This guy, the concealed stack in D7 is going to advance into D6. this concealed stack is going to advance into this hex, M3.
Okay.
The concealed stack in M4 is going to advance into L3. Cloaking counter K is going to advance into L2. Forgot to mark that. And cloaking counters in J10 are going to advance into J1. And that's it.
Okay.
Alright, CC phase. We'll just go left to right. Easier that way. So N10. Ambush roll. Unless they're
Don't
fake.
bother. Nothing there. They're fake.
Gotcha. That was the one I was like, you know what? You're doing so little with it. Alright, so M1. I'm going to roll for ambush. 4. I get a -2 for concealed, -1 for stealthy. So I rolled a 1.
I'm gonna guess that's an ambush.
Well, I mean, you still get the roll. So as long as I'm 2 or more under you. Yeah.
Well, that's another unit that's gonna get slaughtered.
So ambush. I will declare hand to hand. I believe I have to replace them with concealment counters. So I will. And since I'm ambushing, I don't have to lose concealment just yet. It's hand to hand. I'm fighting at a 1-to-1 ratio. So I need a 7 and I get a -1 for ambush. CC, yeah. So that guy dies.
I am fairly sure that the Mongolians are a bit overrated.
Well, I mean, there's a lot more scenario to go. I wouldn't. Once night ends.
Plus Gurkhas, plus.
Once night ends, I feel like it's gonna be a different
Not
story.
Be better.
I don't know.
I mean, considering that my dice rolls are just horrific at this point.
Oh
All
shit!
right, last one. Let's knock out the other unit over there.
Hold on, I think I fucked that one up. Because it's foxhole. I thought that was a woods in that hex, so there's no ambush technically.
Well, I missed it, so we continue on.
All right. Okay, so no ambush on this one. G and H. So it's 4-3. So I'm at a 1-to-1, and then you have the option of how you wanna do it.
So we're at a 1-to-1 or a 3-to-1, correct?
Yeah. So it's 1-to-1 versus the squad, 3-to-1 versus the half squad, or if you target both of them, you're 1-to-2. I'm actually gonna do. Both of them are gonna attack separately. So my half squad will be fighting at 1 to 4, and my full squad's at 1 to 1. I'm just gonna roll my stuff. It'll be hand to hand. So increased lethality. I'm gonna roll my 1 to 1 first. So close combat. Okay, that's all I needed, anyways.
I'll attack both of you just for kicks, because why not? So,
Okay.
less. What are my mods?
None, because there's no ambush. There's no broken. No concealed. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Oh, nice. All right, and I'm taking this off because I'm not. I don't like the fact that even if we did screw up, I'm not retaining concealment on that. That's just too dumb. Is there any other CC? No. All right. So that's it for moves. That's it for that. Allied turn 3.
All right, I got one item of equipment to try and unscrew. Let's see if I can break this one. No, but I also do not fix it. I think we're dead. I don't think we have any rallies to do here. You have one, right?
Yeah, I got my guy down in D6. Rally does not rally. Oh, I forgot to check if I could conceal anybody. Whatever. I'll wait till next turn. Yeah, I have nothing else.
Okay, I think I'm good too. So
Weather.
oh right, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I forgot weather for a sec. No,
It's not
still
huge.
nothing.
Fire. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! Oh wait, well this is Starshell Fun. Okay, the pillbox will fire on itself.
Pillbox can't.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I forgot. The leader in K2 will fire at M1. Oh no, I can't. I can't see. Well, no, there were gun flashes there, weren't there?
Yeah, but they go away at the end of the turn. You could still declare a star shell on your own hacks. Because even
Yeah,
if
that's true.
it drifts,
Pretty
you'll
much
still
all.
see whatever.
All right, let's see if we can get it off. No.
Ugh.
The next leader over in G2 will fire. Oh, he will fire on K2.
Okay.
Huh, that's interesting.
What?
I can't actually do that.
Star Shell from G2 to K2?
That's correct, because there's no enemy unit there.
Hmm.
So we will instead fire it at H10.
Okay.
No, we won't. I'm not going to bother to mark these guys out. That's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
This leader will fire on his own hex, hopefully.
What is it with sixes?
My gosh, my golly. Well, that's everybody, I think.
Okay.
Lordy. Prep fire. All right.
Now the fun begins.
01 will fire at N10. So have doubled. So 2 at a +2, +3.
2 up 2. Woods is +1.
Nothing. A whiff.
Hmm.
The unconcealed squad will M2 will fire at M3.
Okay. 2 up 2.
I think that's nothing.
7.
Just barely.
Okay. Sniper, nothing. Still, God.
Let's see. K2 will fire at M1. I believe that's 2 up 1. No, I can't see you. Never mind.
Yeah. You can still shoot at M3.
Yeah, that's true. Why not? A 0 leader doesn't have any effect, right? What's the? I forget the leader.
So he won't have, obviously doesn't have any DRMs, but you can still, if he directs it, he still prevents cowering.
Yeah, we'll direct it then. Okay, the first line will fire at M3.
Okay.
So 2 up 3 or up 2?
1.5. Yeah, I guess technically it's a one shot. Don't really know if that's worth it now.
Well, I did declare it. Do I still need to make it?
No. Because I mean, I suggested it, and I'm brain farts where I'm still thinking that like first lines have 4 firepower.
Yep. Nope. D2 will fire at B1.
Okay.
So that's
2 up 3.
Two up, 3.
Yeah.
Nothing. I think that's it. None of the no moves can move. How do you handle hip movement?
Hip units cannot move. If a hip unit moves, they just get placed on board concealed, and then it's subject to whatever other movement issue. Like they'd also have to roll for stray, because technically everybody has to roll for stray. Um, if they're in LOS, they might lose concealment, etc.
Okay. The stack will assault move.
Okay.
And I think that's it.
All right. Oops. My bad. Defensive fire phase. M1 is going to shoot into M2. That is a 6 up 3 shot, and it's going to be a 2 up 3 against the concealed guys. That is an absolute no.
Does the fortified building affect anything?
If it's fortified and you have to use it, yes. So if that building's fortified, then it also applies its modifier. All right, cool.
And hey, doubles.
Yeah, so that was going nowhere fast.
How do you cowering? Out of curiosity.
How do you do what with
Is
cowering?
there like a counter for cowering or what?
No. So how it typically works is if you cower on your shot, you just get marked automatically with whatever counter you'd have. So in this case, my unit wouldn't even like go straight to final fire, and it's just assumed that they can't shoot again.
Ah, cool. Okay.
Um, Such a juicy target. Do I want to? Hmm. You know what? That would be worth it. So I'm gonna drop concealment with one of my units, specifically in M3. They're gonna shoot at the units in M2. It's a 2-up 4 shot. Nothing, but I also trigger your sniper, and that hex is now considered encircled. I'll put it underneath, but above the illumination. Defensive fire. And I don't think there's anything else for me. You got your sniper to roll.
All right. Just a straight DR or just a single die?
Single die. And on a 1 or a 2, it does something. No. Sleepy snipers. Yeah, that's it for shots. Advancing fire.
None, I think. Yeah, no advancing fire.
Okay. Route phase. Is anybody even routing? Or broken? No.
Get your broken unit on D6.
Yeah, but he's not DM, so. And I don't want to move him. So, no routes. Advance phase.
And that's it.
So, B2. Okay. Sounds good. CC phase, no CC. And next turn.
Yay, morning.
No more night. So we can take this off. There's more color to the board. My eyes hurt. And I have to replace all my cloaking counters. This guy. Perfect.
Encirclement last.
Yeah. Encirclement stays until there's no more units in that hex. It's the absolute power of encirclement. I can close my cloaking box. Alright. So heavy mist is in play. As far as I can tell, it is a E3.51. Let's just double check here. Pretty sure it's just a flat +2. Let's do it again. Yeah, missed. Oh, okay. Fog, blah blah blah. It doesn't do LV's term, LV hindrance. Oh, you know what? It's because it's in the rules for Conf Group Piper. SSR special rules, charts.
KGP missed.
Yeah. I have the rules, I just have to heavy mist.
Oof. +1 out to 3 hexes, +2 out to 6, +3 out to 9. So it's a +1 for 3 hexes basically.
Okay. Yeah, I see it too. Cool. Alright. So nothing too crazy, I suppose. No weather change. I will attempt to pick up the machine gun in C10. It is not a 6, so I am successful. And I will attempt to rally a guy there. That is not successful.
I'll attempt to repair my heavy machine gun. And fail again.
And that's it. I don't have anything else in the rally. That's right, I'm not the same location as that. Actually, hold on. Is that same location for recovery? I don't think it is. Oh, it's in Foxhole. God damn it. Foxhole. Recovery. A unit in a foxhole is not the same location as a unit outside that foxhole on the same level and in the same hex for purposes of... Okay, cool. So I cannot get that machine gun. No actions in rally. So prep fire. I am going to reveal this group in O2, and they are going to shoot at M2. It is a 4 up 2 shot. No.
So the squad can use both machine guns?
Yeah. They can use both machine guns, but if they use both machine guns, they can't use their own firepower. Um,
So that's a 4. You said 4 up 2, so that's a 9.
yeah, it was a miss. Um, it's risky. That's not worth it. That can't do anything. No, that's it for prep. And let's do moves. First and foremost, this squad is going to assault move into the foxhole in M1. My concealed squad in L2 is going to assault move into K3.
The conscripts will fire at them.
Okay. So 2 up 3. Nice. It's a pin test check.
PTC.
Sorry, what was it?
It's a PTC.
PTC. Okay. So they have to drop concealment, task check, 7. They just make it. That was 2 firepower shots, so they leave 1 residual. Yeah. This half squad is going to assault move into the foxhole in J1.
Right.
Squad in, or concealed counter in L10 is going to do assault move into K1.
I'm having a brain fart. I can still fire at you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. One sec.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Right. Squad in L3 is going to assault move into M3.
Does Encircle give me mods firing or just when it?
Yeah, you get a +1 to all your shots.
Fantastic. We will fire on you as you move in.
Both of them, just one.
Yeah, both of them. Why not?
Okay, so that's 12 down 6, +3. And the cower.
Nothing, of course.
Yeah. I think that'd be one residual, but I don't have anybody else moving there anyways. Squad in H10 is going to... you know what, just in case, they're just going to assault move into I-10.
Okay.
Squad A in L7 is going to move to L6.
Okay.
Then L5 for 2.
Uh-huh.
L4 for 3.
Yep.
And M4 for 4. And lastly, the pièce de résistance. I've never done this, so this is going to be interesting. I have my concealed guy is going to set the DC he has. So he has to spend all of his movement factors as hazardous movement. So where's my hazardous movement counter? Infantry. Hazardous movement. To place the DC on the pillbox itself. Spend all his DC and make a DR, single dice, under his use number, which is the case.
Of course.
So that counts as movement. So if you have anybody that can shoot, they can shoot, provided other etc. happens, or they're allowed to, and so on.
Sure. Why not? Can the conscripts? The conscripts can fire. Yeah, they'll do final fire.
In M2,
no.
Can I don't know if
I don't know if K2 has extended range, but I don't think that gives me enough to actually fire. So now you're gonna do it. You're gonna blow up the dudes in the pillbox. Why not?
Well, hopefully you can always get duds and stuff.
I think so.
Set DC may be detonated by that good order unit. Provided is within 6x's and LS. Okay. And passes in normal test check. Alright. I think that's it for my moves. Defensive fire.
Does the residual go away, or is that still there?
Oh yeah, it goes away. Because there's no other moving units.
H3 will fire at K3.
Okay.
+1 for weather. Plus what? 2 for the building.
Yeah. So 6 up 3.
Nothing as usual. O1 will fire at N10.
Okay.
So doubled halved. 3 plus 3.
It's a 2 up
Plus
2.
2 up 2.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's a normal morale check?
Yep.
Alright, normal morale check. And pinned. Does a night stand go away after night? I'll worry about that next
K2
time.
will fire at K1.
Okay.
So have doubled. Officer will direct. So that is 2 up 2.
Yeah.
Nothing. G2 will fire at the foxhole. Why not?
J1, okay.
G2 to J1, sorry. Officer will direct. So that is a -2.
Yeah, so it's a
so
2
that's
up 1.
2 up 1. I'm pretty sure that's nothing. Yeah, nothing. D2 will fire at D10.
Okay. It's a 2 up 3.
Nothing and cowering. B2 will fire at B1.
Okay.
So 2 up 1.
4, 8, down to 4. Yeah, it should just be a 4 up 3.
And nothing there. Okay.
Advancing fire phase.
Go on, encircle me. I know that's what you want to do.
For K2, yeah, likely. I think, pretty sure. I'll check that later. So M3 is gonna unconceal the one concealed guy. Both units are going to attack at M2. Now I have assault fire. So this is effectively a 4 firepower shot. but the so the half squad is ×2 for being adjacent, halved for advancing fire, and then a +1 for assault fire. So that's a 2, and the same applies to the squad. So doubled, then halved, +1. So in total, that's 6 firepower. But it's still a +4 for the fortified building and mist. No, that is a nothing. Not gonna bother with those guys. K3 into K2. It's a 4 firepower shot, up 4. That is a miss. And this squad will unconceal. Make his shot. Triggers your sniper, but that's a 8 on 4. Pintash check, maybe? I don't even think it's a pintash check.
Nope, barely a miss.
Yeah. But they're encircled as well. There.
I need to roll my sniper.
Yep. No. Any other shots? This squad in C10, the foxholes, is going to shoot at the guy adjacent. It's a 2 firepower versus the concealed guys, and 4 against the leader, with a +4 for the +4 total. Okay, it's a 7. So it's a pintash check against the leader, but it is a miss against the other guys. And he passes. Rats. I should mark this guy advanced fire. And that's it for advanced fire. Routes, I have nobody broken. Yeah, I have nobody broken that can route. Prep fires go away, defensive fires go away. Where's the jewel? Huh, I guess that's at the end. Okay, advanced phase. The half squad here is going to advance into J2. Half squad here is going to advance into J10.
Question: can you advance out of the foxhole directly, or do you have to advance into the hex the foxhole is in?
No, you're allowed to advance and assault movement. You can. I mean, technically, same with a normal move. If you pay the extra cost, you just go straight out of the foxhole into the next hex. It's the same as going into a foxhole. You can pay the extra, and that's it.
Okay.
Squad in M4, way at the bottom, is going to advance into M3. Oops. That's not what I want to do. There. That. And I will advance B1 into B2. Because why the heck not? Oh, I also want to advance my concealed squad, or stack, I should say, is going to move into N2. And the leader, the leader in O1 is going to advance into O2. And I will have the N2 leader is going to advance into, or O2 leader is going to advance into N2. CC here. The squad here is going to advance into the foxhole in J1.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for advances. CC. There's this group. There's going to be an ambush because it's an actual building. 5, I get a -3 for concealed and stealthy. Alright, so no ambush on either side. I will declare an attack against one of the crews, doesn't matter which one. So
okay, they will.
Do I want this to be? Do I want this to be hand to hand? Sure, it'll be hand to hand. So I'm still at I'm actually 3-2. So I need an 8, well, less than an 8 to kill. 8 will casualty reduce. Actually, I think that kills a crew anyways, but whatever. So I need an 8 on one of your crews. And I don't know what ratio.
I think those are, I don't know. I'm not sure if those are crews or half squads.
They're crews. The infantry crews are always kneeling down and stuff.
That's weird. I don't know what they're for.
So infantry crews are typically like just really good with guns and stuff. So like if I think your machine guns, I think that might be one of the things that they need to use. Chinese. What's the rules here? Yeah, so for example, with the machine guns you have, because there's a SSR 6 says any MG fired by conscripts suffers captured weapon penalties. So if you didn't want a lead squad or a first line squad to be quote unquote tied down by having to hold the machine gun, you can have the crew do that.
Yeah, for some reason I was thinking they were half squads. I didn't realize they were crews. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the crews are actually going to split, so they're 2 1-2s.
Okay. So, close combat. Okay, so one of the crews will die, and then you get 2 rolls. Each at need a less than 6 to kill or a 6 to casualty reduce. Casualty reduce. And this devolves into a melee. Hand-to-hand melee. Why is it... There.
Okay.
And I think that's it. Yep. Alright, so... Pins come off. Hazardous movement comes off. I don't know when hazardous movement comes off because it doesn't say. I'm not sure if it's like right after their activity or anything else. So I just assume that it's at the end of the turn. Not that it really matters or changes too much. Um, yeah. So allied turn 4.
If you don't mind, I'd like to call it here. I think Saturday we can probably finish out the scenario, but
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
actually pretty hard, so.
Sure. All right, let me. I'll just save this real quick.
I don't mean to
Oh no, it's fine.
longer, but I feel like this is a pretty decent stop.
Turn 4 Chinese. Start turn. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So Saturday, same time. Anything changes, let me know, etc. Oh, before I forget too, I'm just gonna do this right now because so it turns out that when I was checking my spreadsheet with all my scenarios, um, either something happened or like it just didn't refresh in the way I thought it would. So unfortunately, we're not playing the bees next time. The next one is Breakout, which is ASL Great War.
World War One ones.
Yeah, it's another World War one, but it just means that you know what? I thought I had it ready, but apparently I need to search for it some more. So I'll just send it to you afterwards. But yeah, so the bees won't be next time, unfortunately. It'll be the one after that. But yeah, so the next one will be German French. So we can figure out who wants to play what side and stuff.
Yeah, no problems. It really depends on whether you want to play attacker or defender. If it's early World War One.
Personally, I have no preference, but if anything, we'll just discuss how we want to do it because I think the way to make it fair would be if you have a if you really want to play a side, um, if it's contentious or whatever, then the other person gets the balance, and that way like you're not punished for like giving away a side type idea.
Yeah,
We can workshop something.
The scenario, and I'll see which appeals.
Yep, sounds good. So I'll send you that ASAP.
Thank you very much. Another good evening. Hopefully, I don't know. The nights are all right, but it just.
No, I get it. It's not obvious. Also, okay, so before you go, last question. What's your preference settings to? When you go into preferences, right?
Yep.
And you have, is it dice over the map? No, general. Okay, so in preferences, general, before last one, do you have get dice roll random numbers from random.org?
Not no.
No? Check mark it because I want to see, like, we can just do this as a test right now. In your vassal's control window, if you see the button that has a green, red, and blue bar, just click that.
Okay.
So my dice rolls are my morale checks. I'm rolling high, but I'm averaging 6.97. 7.29. It is above average. Yeah, so I'm curious if so next time we play you'll have random.org numbers, and I'm curious to see how that changes things. Like it could just be that it'll all be random anyways, and it's not really the source that's the problem. But yeah, because I feel like you've been rolling high all the time, and it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I mean it's all right. It is what it is, and I expect that over the course of this, as we go through, it will even out. And I mean,
Sure.
if nothing else, it creates some amusing scenarios, and you get to try out fun things like Encircled. I mean, there you go. And I have had some good rolls. Like I managed to nuke those two squads, or the squad and the half squad or whatever it was coming into the foxhole. So yeah, I'm not. It's all right. I mean, the Chinese are supposed to get panicked and annihilated in this scenario, so it's all right
Yeah.
so far.
Okay. Perfect. So I will see you Saturday.
See you Saturday.
All right. Cheers.